The hardest thing about being a spotter driver is working outside when it's like 90 something degrees. Yesterday it was 94. I think it's supposed to be like 96 and 99 over the next couple of days. Now I actually supposed to be off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which is today is Friday. But I'm going in today, overtime. Going in Saturday, overtime. Because tomorrow they're already short. So I talked to my supervisor, hey, I know you're short on Saturday, so I can come in. He was like, please. I said, cool. I said, well, Friday, I don't know if you need help tomorrow. He said, yeah, cool, come on in. So I'm going in them 2 days. See, the thing is, you got people that don't want to work on the 4th of July. I'll work on the 4th of July. It's just a holiday. I'm not. My son ain't into fireworks. My wife ain't into fireworks. Yeah, the grandkids won't be here, so my wife gonna be working on her projects and her business. So I might as well go ahead and go in and make some money. Make that time and a half, right? So going in today, I work time and a half, and then tomorrow starts a new pay week, and that's going in. I'm gonna count that as time and a half because I'm gonna work for the rest of the week. But even though I can get the overtime this week, can't get it every week. Now the following week, I think I'm supposed to be off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I work 4 tens, 4 days a week, 10-hour days. But I always stay an extra hour and a half every day, so I can get like 44 or 45 hours, even when I don't get the extra day. But if I get the extra day, then that's 50 hours. If I can get 6 days, like when it's real heavy and they letting it, that's 65, 66 hours. I'm trying to get it, right? But at the same time, that's still limited because I can only work so much, right? So if I want to make unlimited income, I need to position myself to do so. And I do that inside of Exitus Elite. The 2 ways that I do that inside of Exitus Elite is I'm set up for instant commissions from 100 to 2,000. If you click the link down in the description, you will get all the information. And there's also a residual component to it. We make 40% commission. So outside of just working, I'm doing an online opportunity. And matter of fact, I'm sitting here and I cut the grass the other day. And I remember specifically one time I was talking to this guy over the phone. He was talking about joining Exitus Elite. He said, I'm gonna look at it, I'm gonna do some things, and maybe here within the next few days I may join. I said, cool, no problem. Whenever you're ready to get started, I'm here to help you. If you got any questions, call me. Matter of fact, if you want to call me, my text and email is down in the description. And I went to go cut the grass, and I came back inside, took my shower, got me something to eat, sat down, grabbed my phone, notification, instant commission came in. And the reason why he joined me is because he said he's seen that I'm not all over the place. I'm not promoting one opportunity. That within the next 3 to 6 months, I'm promoting something else. Within the next year, I'm promoting something else. I like to stick with stay. Years ago, great marketer by the name of Ray Higdon, he said, and it made sense to me, why would you promote one company, join another one when you can just focus on one company, prove you're loyal, prove you're stable, because the majority of people, right, and that made sense to me because if you think about it today, the majority of people, okay, let me say it like this. If you join one company and then you start promoting out there to a lot of people, they join. The big leaders that's out there who's making the money, yeah, they're going to jump in because they got to listen to everything. But what about that last person? What about the few people who would never recruit nobody because they're not in something long enough to learn how that works? Because listen, if you're promoting a low opportunity, right, $50 here and there, you can't just post. You can't just run traffic because it's low cost, right? It's not a big thing. But if you're talking about $1,000, $2,000 commission, people are going to have to connect with you. And when you're talking about $20, $50, it takes 8 years. At $20, even in residual income, it takes 8 years, 100 months, and 8 years and 4 months to make $2,000 on the $20 sale, just off one person in residual, right? So that means you need 100 people to make $2,000. Now, how much work is it going to take to make 100 sales of $20? But yet, if you position yourself at 2,000, you have to do the exact same work. Now it's a different thing, right? You can't just run traffic and expect, oh, okay, $2,000 is going to come in soon. Because when's the last time you gave someone $2,000 without knowing anything about them, without knowing if they're real, without knowing what they're about? Well, Mike, you may argue that the system is the one doing the work, okay? But yeah, the system doing the work, but people don't buy systems. People are not joining a system. They're looking for a person who can help them. And that's why I like to stick and stay, because that is very powerful when you get someone that's inside of an opportunity that don't switch up a lot. Little chipmunk running across the yard. That's why I've been seeing little holes all in my yard and everything. But anyway, I don't know if it's Chip and Dale. It might be Chip or Dale, one of them. I know one person that I listen to. He's been in Exitus Elite since the very beginning. My sponsor has been in Exitus Elite for, 11 years now, or maybe 10 years? I think it was 11 years, because he came in a year after the company was started, right? Because it's a 14-year-old company, 2 years after that. And I actually had to look up, I think it'd been about 3, 4, maybe 5 years for me, and this is home. When I say this is it, this is the only thing you're going to see me promoting moving forward, right? I was promoting power lead systems, using the tools and everything, and, building quiet residual income. But then the retention rate is terrible. There's a lot of changes that have been made, and the direction of the company itself, because if a person make the decision that, hey, I want to promote this as a company, the way I was promoting it, especially Lead Lightning, it was geared, it might be still the same way, but it was geared more towards building a list of buyers for your primary company. But now we're starting to get into the AI thing, right? Which AI is not an issue. Man, it's a $7 opportunity. So, if you want to check out that $7 opportunity, just send me a text, email me, say, man, what's that $7 opportunity? And I'll send it to you. Because the link you're going to see in the description is going to be Exitus Elite. But it's going more towards AI power, which is fine. But listen, the reason I'm not going that route, because people going to connect with people at $1,000 and $2,000. Now, can I make $100? Yeah, $100, $250, and $500. But here's the deal: is that the income you want to make? Do you want to focus on those low, or do you want to focus on $1,000, $2,000 commissions? What type of people do you want to attract? The people I'm looking to attract are those who want to go big. I'm trying to attract people who saying, okay, I got a full-time job, but a job alone isn't going to cut it, so I know I need something else on the side that's going to supplement my income. You got a lot of people that always talk about $10,000 a month. One sale at $2,000 is $2,000. 2 sales is $4,000. If you made 2 sales a month, cutting videos on YouTube, doing simple posts on Facebook, right? Showing who you are, connecting with people, allowing people to be able to contact you, not afraid of jumping on the phone with people, doing simple strategies, not using complex strategies, not doing something hard, just doing simple strategies, just using simple connection. Cut the camera on and just talk. This is not scripted. I don't know what I'm gonna say. There's a lot of thinking I'm doing. There might be some cuts that's in here. You can see the edits. The edits is the part I'm cutting out, where I'm just like, sometimes I get ahead of myself. What I'm thinking is ahead of what I'm saying, and I get tongue-tied. So I gotta, dial it back a little bit to get back on point. And I might, slur my words or use a word I didn't mean to use. So I just edit that out. And I edit it so the video can flow better, because people want the right information. They don't care about the edits. And anyway, people used to that anyway, because when they watch commercials, they watch other YouTube videos. It's constant edits. So people used to that. But it's all about the information you put out there. It's all about the connection you make with the people. And if you are afraid to get on camera, get over your hang up. You know what I do when I first started? I would just simply jump in the car and I might listen to a podcast or something empowering, motivational, and then I get an idea, and sometimes I'll stop the video and I just start talking to myself, right? I was doing it for a while, and I'm like, I could do that in videos. It's just having a conversation with people. Matter of fact, as I'm talking right now, no one's seeing this. Right now, no one's seeing this. They're not going to see until I upload the picture, until I upload the video. So I can go through, make my changes. Okay, let me take that part out. Oh, I forgot to mention that. Why, there's another video you can do. You forgot to mention something, you can mention that in the next video. Man, just keep it simple. It's not hard. It's not. If you make it complicated, if you overcomplicate it, people might get confused. People say, no, that's too hard. I'm not willing to do that. I just cut the camera on and started talking. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't know what to say. Okay, then what type of information do you want? Based, when you take action, when you take constant action, you learn things, right? So from there, now can you just cut that camera on and talk about what you learned? What stood out to you? Your concepts, your ideas, your phone philosophies. It's that simple. You know, if you're a family man, talk about you a family man. I always say I'm a homebody. I'm a homebody. I like being at home. My wife had to go out and stuff. Now, I don't have no issue going out, but I would take a vacation. I would take 2 weeks off on a vacation and sit at home. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to do that because while I'm going to sit at home, take 2 weeks off, just sit at home, I will go ahead and go to work, make some money. But if I take off, it's going to be to take my family out. It's going to be to do that because that's why I'm doing what I do, so I can do it for them. But for me, I can sit at home all day, every day, maybe go to a movie, go out to eat, come back home. Yeah, I'm a huge home. My son the same way. He's 17. He the same way. He a big homebody. My wife is a homebody. We all pretty much the same. Now my daughter, she like to be in the street. She gone now. She get to the point where she get a little tired, so she spends some time at the house. But most of the time, she gone out. When I see her, I'm gonna come in. You know, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna ask her. You know, if she work up the street, so she work up the street, so she ain't got far to go. But when she off and she at the house, I'm like, you okay? Yeah, what's on? You home? You know, why you always saying that? Because that you always gone. So that's why I'm saying that. Looking at the time, it's like 14 minutes on this. So I'm going to edit it. And it might be like 8 minutes by the time I get done with it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to leave in. Don't know what I'm going to take out. But, man, just listen. It's simple. Just keep it simple. Talk to your people. It's about people connecting with you, getting to know who you are, right? Why should they join you over somebody else? I had a person join me, like I said, because I don't jump from company to company. I had one person join me because we from the same state and I'm living in the state that they want to move to. I had another person join me because I wasn't even promoting Exitus Elite heavy at the time, but they joined me in Exitus Elite because of what I was doing in Power Lead System. Just the fact that they saw me being stable, not all over the place. And believe me, inside of this industry, I've seen people come and go. There's one guy, he messaged me almost every 6 months. Here's a launch. I'm like, you doing launch after launch after launch. And I'm thinking, what about the people who are not making money in it? And you bringing it to them and they join you and they go, eventually, you're going to eventually run through people. Now, he might be a great marketer, probably bringing new people all the time. That's cool, but it's like it's a money game to me. I don't want to, for me, it's not a money game. What I'm looking to do is find something I can stick with. Well, I found something, Exitus Elite. I found something I can stick with. And then if someone else come along, and then 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, I have people messaging me, hey, what you promoting now? The same thing. Are you still promoting it? Yeah, still promoting Exitus Elite. You know, I was doing Power Lead System at one point, but I decided to go all in. Exitus Elite. That's the focus. Through action, through experience, you learn where your focus need to be based on your goals, because sometimes your goals change. And see, the part of Power Lead System, I was mainly using the tools, but I've noticed that a lot of them individuals wanted to make money. That's why the retention is crazy, because people want to make money. They're not focused on the tools. I always say use it for the tools, but if they're going to focus on the money, let me line up with something that's about that, right? Something that a person can get positioned to earn instant commissions, and now with the residual component added to it, you know, well, boom, that's it. Okay, now we can make instant commissions and residual. But I focus on the instant commissions. The residual component is $47 a month. If you focus on one sale a month, just one, at the G500, $500, that'll be your $47 for the month. And you build a residual income. If you make a G2000, right, how many times can 47 go into 2000? How many years is that going to cover? So I'm going to lead with that first. All right, so let me jump off this because I might go on another rant again. And I'll holler at you guys. If you want to connect with me, my phone number and email is down in the description. Text me. Now, I do work. Like I said, I got to go to work today. Supposed to be all, but I'm going to work today. I go to work from, 2? I go to work from 2 p.m. and I stayed about 2 a.m. Now, I put hours in, but I ain't got an issue. Like I usually get up around I don't know what. I'm on the East Coast. I'm in the state of Georgia, Eastern Standard Time. Get up around 9, 10 o'clock. Yeah, I don't get a whole lot of sleep during the week, but I make up for it on my days off. So, because I got to take my medicine at a certain time. So I get up, take the medicine. Sometimes I fall back to sleep. Sometimes I can't go back to sleep. But so if you want to connect with me, text me. Hey, Mike, call me on this day. We can set up a time to call, chit chat, email me your questions, text me your questions. My name is Michael Petty. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Sorry for going on a long rant. And I'll see you in the next video. Hope to talk to you soon.